Shalom, family trendsetter. All praises be to the Most High. I'm out and about, so you will hear some noise in the background. It's kind of windy out today. But I wanted to take this time just to share something with y'all. Send forth a message, a warning, if you will. Now, some time ago, I made a video where I stated that I don't believe there's going to be a 2024 election. Right, and when I remember when I mentioned that to some of my family members, they thought I was crazy. They thought I was bugging out, right? And they asked me, why did I say that? I said, because I got like a revelation, a download, if you will, from the Most High. And I remember one night I was laying down. It was probably around 11:20 in the PM hours. And I was laying back and I was just meditating, just chilling, you know what I mean? And I just got this vision, first of all, this emotion came over me. And then I had like this vision, I think this is like the third time something like this happened. One happened in 2018 where I told y'all that something major was gonna happen in 2019. It was gonna affect the whole world, and we know what that is, right? The pandemic. But this vision came over me, and it was crazy because in the vision I saw where people wasn't voting. As a matter of fact, people was picking up the pieces. It was like a destruction, something that interfered with the election. And it wasn't Trump this time, but it was something major. It was something on a grand scale. And I remember telling my family members in my home after having this vision that I don't think it's going to be a 2024 election. They was looking at me like I was crazy, thought I was bugging out, right? And then fast forward, we had that hurricane that just hit Florida as well. I think it was North Carolina. And now they're saying that there's another one on its way, a bigger one. They said 5 plus on the Richter scale, something that they have never seen in history. And guess where it's headed again? Florida. Now, am I saying that this is the vision that the Most High gave me? It could quite possibly be, because you see, you got to understand something. The Most High don't deal directly. In other words, sometimes we'll ask for certain things, right? But when he give it to us, it's not in the form or the manner that we ask for this, whatever it is that you ask for. Sometimes it comes at a later date, or it may come in different ways, right? So I'm saying to myself, now that I heard about the other hurricane that's heading our way, I'm saying, what is really going on here? Now, I also mentioned in the video that post eclipse that this country, America, the United Snake, the corporation, right? The United Snakes of America, the corporation where reptilians are running or ruling, that this country was going to come to an end. Now, if this hurricane hit Florida again, now, remember, Florida gears towards Trump, right? Republic, so like a Republican state, a red state, they call it, right? And if they, let's say, get hit again, people are not going to be worrying about voting. People are going to be worrying about survival, picking up the pieces. You know what I'm saying? You got senior citizens, you got, young people, babies, you got families going to try to get their shit together. They ain't going to be worrying about Trump. And something came to me. I'm saying to myself, man, how coincidental. All this shit start to happen right around election time. Now, don't get me wrong, family. I know this is hurricane season, as they allege, right? But how coincidental. All these so-called hurricane, natural disasters, wars, rumors of wars are starting to happen right around election time. Now, America, family, whether you believe it or not, is the alleged superpower, right? So the world looks towards America for leadership. And the two candidates right now that's running for the White House is Trump, which is a liability to America, because America is allied with other countries that hate Trump. And you have Kamala Harris, a so-called black woman, right? I'm going to go with the parts that she's black. Fuck all that extra shit, the semantics. They are not ready for a black woman to rule the world. They don't want any black person ruling the world, because, see, anyone who have the title of the United States president is the most powerfulest person in the world. Russia and China do not want Kamala Harris as the president of the United States of America. But the powers that shouldn't be such as the Democratic Party as well as the Republican Party, because either party that gets into office is not going to benefit black folks. As I told y'all in many videos, voting is a ritual, right? Your vote really doesn't count. It's a ritual behind it. The children of Yasharal, the black people, the Hebrew Israelites, when we co-sign to anything, the Most High, whether it's good or bad, he put a stamp on it, a stamp of approval. This is why you see they needed the slaves to come to the Americas to pick their cotton, because by us being here, they was blessed, you know what I'm saying, through our curse. But that's for another video. So I'm going to close by saying this, right? This hurricane, this shit is not normal. This is not, I don't believe it. Now, let me just say this for the record. Anything that happens, even if it's man-made, right, the Most High allow it to happen. All these nukes that they allege have all around the world is their destruction. After the children of Yasharal, the Israelite, the true chosen people, the Deuteronomy chapter 28 curse that fits us, once he deliver us from this hellhole, right, guess what's gonna happen? This is when the so-called tribulation period starts. This is when these hybrids, right, the serpent seed, they will be wiped out. So I believe that this hurricane is man-made, heading for the Florida Panhandle, and I believe after this it won't be an election, because during a natural disaster, right, or something major, they cannot proceed with an election, because all states have to participate in this so-called election. Okay, and I don't think Florida is going to be able to do so. So therefore, they're going to postpone this so-called election. Mark my word. Shalom.